I asked my mom first if she would be willing to play D&D on camera for a video, and because I knew that she was going to be the most resistant.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you got into the situation?
Yeah, it was all Ginny's fault.
I was gonna say I sired a daughter who then, over the
Yeah,
course of
let's start
30
at the
years,
beginning.
at the very beginning, yeah.
A badly injured goblin limping around the corner, and in hot pursuit, a bloodied giant badger following him down the hall.
I think chaos is going to ensue.
They just don't know anything about D&D.
I have zero experience. What I know about it is from what I see Ginny post.
Well, we'll go way back to 1976. A guy that I was friends with in middle school, when we went to high school, he was playing D&D. And he invited me to play a game with him and some of his friends. I think I was probably just stoned. It was the 70s, and so I don't remember anything.
Are you gonna take it easy on them as a DM?
I mean, I don't want to kill them, but I do want them to worry a little bit.
The arrow thuds into your shoulder. Ah, that stinks. That's a third of your total health. That's a pretty heavy hit.
I'm a little bit nervous about fighting those goblins.
I think it's gonna hurt.
Building a character can be a huge undertaking, and when you don't know anything about D&D, it can be stressful. You don't know what to pick or what to do. But I also think you can get connected to a character by getting to make some of your choices about it. Is it exciting to you to do magic, or do you want to be like Aragorn from Lord of the Rings, or do you have something like that that interests you?
No.
Okay.
What popped into my mind is dwarfs live down in the ground and mine and stuff.
That's
the
true.
closest
You
thing
are
to a geologist.
Oh, that's
Tieflings
close.
are cute.
Tieflings are. Do you want to be a tiefling?
I want to be a tiefling.
Okay, great. This is your race, yeah. So
Okay.
like you are born a tiefling. So let's talk class. A class is basically your character's job. It's like what they're good at.
I kind of like the druid concept. A dwarf druid, kind of like the druid seems like a forest thing to me, but
Yeah, you could be a rocky
whatever.
druid,
From the
dwarf
mountain.
druid, and a tiefling cleric. Dad, will you tell us the name you've just selected for your dwarf?
I am Goshenite Granite Head.
Goshenite is a mineral.
It's a mineral. It's beryl. It's a colorless version of beryl. B-E-R-Y-L.
And Mom, what is the name that you selected for your trickery tiefling?
I am Entropy.
Ooh. So I am creating the character sheets for my parents. We worked together to pick their race and class, but I knew that rolling stats wasn't going to be fun for them. I'm adding some color coding to their sheets just to make it easy to find things. But let's face it, this is still pretty overwhelming. So I have also made each of them a cheat sheet. I'm starting them at level 2 because that's when druids get wild shape and clerics get their divine domain. And I'm also giving them some items. Level 2 can be a little restrictive. I don't want to make it too complicated, but I also want them to have options. And of course, I gotta paint some minis for them. These are just miscellaneous dwarf and tiefling minis that I ordered online.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your character?
Goshenite Granite Head, a mountain-dwelling, mining dwarf.
I don't remember everything, Josh.
Well, you know her name.
Her name is Entropy.
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 Okay.
I don't even know what she is. Is she a tiefling?
You're a tiefling.
I'm a
cleric.
tiefling cleric. Okay.
Do you think your parents will enjoy D&D?
I mean, I hope they will. I think my biggest fear is just that they're gonna be bored or confused and that it's just gonna be a drag the whole time.
Well, I hope that I do get it and enjoy it and come away at the end going, oh, that was actually kind of fun.
Do you have any hopes for the game?
That I don't make a complete fool of myself.
I just really wanted to have a good time. That's my main priority, which I think is like every DM's top priority with every game.
Right. Oh, do we get to pick our own dice?
No, because I have given you color-coded sets so that it'll be easy for me to say a D12, that's the green one. You can have pretty dice if you prefer.
I mean, let me look at your dice.
At which dice?
At your dice.
All of them? Is this like gonna be useful to you? These are my like day-to-day that I use now.
Whoa, look at these.
These are your character sheets.
Entropy.
Thank you.
Mr. Granite Head.
What the hell is, I'm sorry, what the heck is thaumaturgy?
You are allowed to say hell on my YouTube channel. I say worse. So my goal with the adventure that I planned is that I wanted it to be playable in 2 hours because I know that they do not have the stamina for a full-length D&D session. I planned basically like a small dungeon. It's like a 2-room dungeon. It's about a 20-foot square cold cellar.
I think we look around to see what else might be there.
Each of you please roll your D20, your 20-sided die, which is the biggest one.
Biggest one. I got an 11.
I got a 17.
Well, first you notice there are like a bunch of little rats running around down here.
This thing.
Speak with the animals.
I could speak with the rats and ask them. Good morning.
Good morning.
I noticed there's some breeze coming from over there. Is this how you get in and out?
Oh, yeah.
Is it big enough for me to go through?
Yeah?
Have others gone in and out of that passage?
Like you.
But like beard person?
Not a rat.
Was he wearing a hat?
You have any cheese?
Would you focus more on whether he had a hat on or not if I brought you more cheese?
I don't think he knows what a hat is.
But I know how cheese.
I'm going up to get the cheese.
Alright, you see the barkeep kind of turns around and goes, what?
Can I have some cheese?
What do you... I mean, sure. He fishes around in a little pouch, like a linen wrapped pouch, behind the bar that you suspect is his own lunch.
Thanks, man.
You owe me some cheese. He's like cleaning the little cheese bits off his whisker, and then he climbs up your leg and kind of like into one of your little belt pouches and just like sits in there.
He's coming with us.
Cheese.
That's not the deal. I already gave you cheese. You gave me info, I gave you cheese. Quid pro quo.
Doesn't seem to understand what quid pro quo means, but understands that you've said no. I'm having so much fun. It's great to watch them just like, without realizing that they're doing it, just replicate classic D&D things that they don't even know they're doing. You actually recognize, since you do speak it, that what you are hearing is the goblin language.
Ooh, goblins. That's
Goblins.
Probably not good.
You are pretty much right up on this
The
room.
next room.
So you can tell that they have not noticed you yet.
That's a
How are
cop
we
out.
going to find the cook?
We gotta go through that other door. Probably,
So
I'm
how do-
guessing that those drunks will fight for the rum. So,
Are you guys having this conversation aloud?
are we not supposed to?
Oh, yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Yeah, we're whispering.
I would like you to each roll a stealth check for me to see
Okay.
how
How
stealthy
stealthy
your
we
whispers are. Like having an entire conversation about strategy like 10 feet from the enemy in the hallway. It's just such a classic D&D thing.
And we didn't use stealth going down the hallway because we didn't
We
even
were too
think
dumb.
about it.
Yeah, you were too dumb.
I know, I didn't want to be too leading, because as a DM, you don't want to be like, so do you just charge loudly down the hall then?
What do you got?
I could do the hat of disguise and look like one of them.
You could do that. What do I get to do?
Well, maybe you could
What do I do then?
you could be a spider.
Or I have this, warhammer thing and this hammer and I
Yeah, but then you
bash them all
gotta
and
you gotta
everything.
fight them, and
Yeah, I
then what
know.
if you get damaged?
All right, so you transform yourself into a goblin.
So I'm just gonna act drunk and be silly and
I would like you to roll for me a performance check.
cross your fingers. I
Very
roll well.
charismatic.
12. So
Plus
that's a
three is
15.
The guy closest to the back door definitely fails. His first roll is a 3. The other two, as you get closer to the barrels, they're like, huh? Who's that? But you don't understand it because you don't speak goblin.
Right.
And I do, but I'm.
But
in
he's
But you're
a
in
spider form. Okay,
So-
so yeah, I'll pull out my bag of tricks.
This goblin starts to interrogate you. Instead of answering, you just sort of drunkenly laugh in a little bit of an unconvincing way, and then you reach into the bag at your waist and you pull out a ball of fluff and you throw it on the ground.
6.
Okay, so that's a 6.
And what's a 6?
A 6 is a giant badger.
Giant badger looks to you for command, and you say,
Fight!
"Fight!" And then, what, do you guys book it? Off down
Yeah,
the tunnel?
we
At
book
that-
it out
at that moment.
through the door.
I know that my mom was worried about whether or not she'd like be able to get creative, but they're doing such a good job like talking through their abilities and their spells and trying to come up with creative solutions to every problem.
He's way smarter than I am.
I don't think that's true.
Well, but he comes up with different, he comes up with ideas.
But the hat of disguise I thought was pretty creative. That was your idea.
That was my idea.
I was expecting them to defeat the goblins in the first room. I was expecting them to get experience with combat, an easy combat with drunk goblins, and then to go into the final combat with some sort of expectation for what combat would look like. But instead, this will be their first combat.
My guess is we're gonna have to fight these goblins.
And I've been rolling some fairly high rolls, which, statistics being what they are, means that's going to come to an end.
I assume we can slay them, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's if we roll well, I guess.
Starting off in initiative order is actually these two guards up at the front. Oh, that's a 19 to hit. The arrow thuds into your shoulder. Ah, that stings. That's a third of your total health. That's a pretty heavy hit.
I would like to do the healing.
Strike off your healing potion off your inventory list, or you can give me the piece of paper or whatever you want.
Wow, I only get to use it once?
Just once. It's a potion. You drink it. It's consumable.
1, 2, 3, 4. So I
There
moved
you
to
go.
there.
Okay.
But then I want to go ahead and do this entangle
All right. Where do you want to place it?
here so it entangles them but not him.
Both of them are restrained.
I'll become a direwolf.
16.
A 19 intimidation. He's intimidated.
I was just gonna say, he's pretty large.
You watch as the leg of the goblin's pants get a little darker. He got a 10, so he does not escape. He remains restrained. You watch as the goblin boss struggles against the binds of these vines. He curses you in goblin, which you don't understand what he's saying, but you can tell it's filthy.
I could read.
It's real filthy. It's like it's something about your mom, and it's really
I'm
offensive.
bilingual and I'm like,
Because they didn't fight the goblins in the first room, they're definitely gonna come up behind him during the next battle. Like, to me, that seems obvious.
A badly injured goblin limping around the corner, and in hot pursuit, a bloodied giant badger following him down the hall. Really having a hard time with those vines. Oh my god.
even still.
He's still stuck.
19, now it's 22.
22.
So I
All right.
got 22
You
against the boss.
definitely hit. You hit the heck out of him. How much do you deal in bite damage?
So 2d6, 2
Oh,
5s.
nice. This giant dire wolf just closes its huge jaws around him. He finally gets free, and he's furious. I mean, he is in bad shape. He has a multi-attack feature, so he's going to take 2 strikes against you.
Uh-oh.
So that's 5 damage to the dire wolf.
Okay.
What's your dire wolf hit points?
37.
37. So you're down to 32.
I'm like,
Oh, darn.
it's merely a flesh wound.
Actually is so scared of the badger that he's gonna back right around the corner here to try and hide, and then be like, "Oh crap!" when he sees entropy there.
He's entropy.
And he is going to try to take a scimitar attack against you. However, he's drunk. That's a natural 1. As he tries to make a scimitar attack against you, he overcorrects and he like hits the column and it rings back into his hand. He drops his scimitar. This guy's gonna try and finish off this badger with his scimitar. Ooh, man, yeah. Anything he rolls is gonna kill him. Oh!
But he fought valiantly.
It's very sad.
All right, I'm gonna use my bag of tricks.
Okay,
I am ready,
roll your D8.
which is a badger.
All right,
Not quite
we
as
just
much
got
as-
badgers all over the place. You say
Attack!
He takes a swing towards the badger and just chips his scimitar against the column, and then he burps really loudly. It is the badger's turn.
Damn the devil rum.
Badger's gonna take an attack against his ankles again. That's only a 9 to hit, so that fails. They're just going at each other.
Falling against each other. Yeah,
Is the
okay.
badger drunk too?
Oh, a 9
Oh,
plus 3 is a
no.
4.
4 damage to the boss. Well, you know what? It's enough.
Whew.
You crunch the goblin boss beneath your warhammer. The cook lets out a sigh of relief. God, this job is a nightmare. It's long hours. I gotta be up so early. And then this too, on top of it all, it's just not worth it. They don't pay me enough for this. I get
Well,
paid
we're
2 copper a day.
Oh, we're gonna get 50 gold for just rescuing you.
Shh, don't tell him.
50 gold?
Plus you get this mouse. He helped save us.
The rat bites his
You
hand.
love him.
We're gonna sit
I
and
gotta
have
recoup.
some rum, and while we're sitting there, I'm gonna use a little bit of my trickery, and I'm gonna reach into his pocket and steal some of his gold.
Because she's a scammer.
Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand check for me.
3.
Hey, get out of my pocket. What are you doing? I knew I couldn't trust you. It was fun. It was entertaining, for sure. Yeah.
You sound so hesitant.
You're like, a root canal wasn't nearly as bad as I was led to believe. What was the worst part? What was the part where you were like, ooh, this sucks?
5 of this type of spell, 3 of this type, plus these extra 3 things, plus these animals I gotta
Right.
shift to,
Yeah.
plus knowing all the points, and then when do you get to do this and that and the other,
Yeah,
and
when
all
do you
that
get
kind of
to
thing.
use bless?
Because, so it's complicated. Yeah. It's,
Does it make sense now how I can make a video every week about this game on a different topic?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because again, clearly we know we just scratched the surface.
But it was also cool to like make up stuff.
You
know?
had fun making stuff up?
I kind of did. It was fun. I might even do it again.
Don't say that in front of the internet.
You know, our attention span for games is about that long.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would do that again perhaps, but I don't
What'd we
think
play
I would.
for? Maybe like 2 hours?
Yeah, about 2
Yeah.
hours. Time did go by quick. I mean, you know,
It did.
We got sucked into the story.
I liked seeing you in your element.
Well, thanks, guys.
Because you know, like you said, we don't watch D&D, so we don't know what it's like, but now
Yeah.
we get to see.
With
She
her.
thinks well on her feet.
Yes.
Thanks, Mom.
Yes, she does.
Sorry, he's just being so annoying. He needs attention.
He does.
like me.